Number 2 says, does childhood trauma affect your adult reactions in certain situations? Yes. Yes. You know what I mean? It definitely do. Go ahead, Mom. I'll let you take it away too, and then I'll chime in a second.
Unresolved childhood trauma, that's what's getting us in all the trouble we are in today.
It's actually running your life
Is
today.
running your life. If
Yeah.
you don't deal with it, it will continue to run your
It's
life.
gonna deal with you. Okay.
It's
If
go right. Absolutely.
you don't deal with it, it's gonna deal with you. And I'm telling you,
Yeah.
certain people is just gonna look at it and be like, "Oh, that's nasty." You know what I mean? Oh no, no, that's no good, or whatever type of deal. And they have no idea. You know what I mean? What you went through, what you're going through. You feel me? Why you're reacting the way you're acting. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's just gonna come off as a visual disdain on you because of something you're doing as an adult that we all know as adults, some stuff we just don't have no business doing. You know what I
Right.
mean? We're not kids no more. You have to leave that life. You have to leave being a child alone because you're not a child. You can't move in a child, and especially if you have kids, you have no time to be trying to be a kid if you got kids. Only time you can be like a
Absolutely.
kid or feel like a kid is when you taking your kid to a park, maybe, and you can play at the park with them. You get what
Right.
I'm saying? You take them somewhere, amusement park or something where you can enjoy your time too. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
But at the end of the day, you feel me? You're an adult now. You're an adult. You feel me? It is what it is. I'm sorry that your childhood did not go the way that you would have hoped it to go. I mean, I can honestly say my childhood definitely didn't go the way I would have hoped it to go. But we're grown now. You know what I mean? That is behind us. You feel me? So you got to try to make situations better for yourself. Just move different. You know what I mean? And like I said, that's kind of where it comes in that with the whole little whooping thing with my kids. You just got to try to move different. You just got to try to be. I'll say this so I don't ramble on and tie so much stuff together. I'll say this: be satisfied, okay, as an adult, what you're doing now. Because if you're satisfied with what you're doing as an adult, then you don't have to worry about your childhood type of deal.
Right. And if you do have unresolved trauma, it the best thing for you to do is to work to resolve that trauma, whether you do reach out, to a therapist, or you work it out with, someone that you trust.
Or whoever you had the issue with. You can even do that. So I'll give y'all a little small example or whatever for anybody. What happened? Did you want to say something?
No.
Did I catch you?
Well, okay, so I agree with you to a certain extent, working it out with the person you have the issue with,
If you
but
can.
keep in mind that not everybody, because that adult that you had the issue with, or that person that you had the issue with, may not be able to give you what you need because they haven't dealt with it either.
Hmm.
So I just wanted to put that disclaimer out there, but go ahead, give your example.
Okay, so anybody who knows me. You know what I mean? Understand, that I had the little problem or whatever going on with my mom type of deal. You know what I mean, actually decided to sit down and have that conversation with her. I know it's a difficult conversation to have, especially if
Hmm.
I'm going to be honest, if I'm going to tell her how I feel and everything, that's a tough conversation to have. But if you have it, if you're able to get all of that off your chest, how you felt, how it made, you know what I mean? This, that, and the third. If you're able to actually just say that to that person, it will make you feel so much better because you know what? Yeah, all of this happened or whatever, and whoop the whoop whoop. But at least that person knows now. At least I got to tell that person how it will feel so much better. Because first off, you don't really need that person like that anymore. You know what I mean? If anything, you
Hmm.
just really want that person to know how they affected you. You get what I'm saying? So if you're able to have that conversation, if you can, and if that person receives it well, you will feel so much better. I promise you. I promise you, you'll feel so much better.
Yes, and I want to piggyback on that too for parents who have children, most likely adult children who want to have this conversation. You cannot go into the conversation being on the defensive.
Mhm.
You have to acknowledge your child, your probably most likely adult child's feelings um, about how they were affected by you as a parent.
Type of deal. Type of deal. You got to be able to receive it. You know what I mean? Because if you go into a defensive, it's probably only going to make it so much worse now. Because
It
by the
does.
time that conversation is over, you're going to be feeling like yourself, like, you know what? You didn't care then. You don't care now. You get what I'm saying? You're going to add, that's going to add even more fuel to that fire. You know what I
Right.
mean? So for the person that mistreats your child or something like that, you know what I mean? Because of course, you know what I mean, we'll have so many people that have access to this video. So I want to go ahead and address this to all kids, you feel me, that's adults now, and parents that's, you feel me, older now, and your kids is grown. Y'all got to let them have that. You feel me? They were the ones affected. They were the ones who was treated this way. They were the ones who were put in these situations and everything. You gotta let them have it. You gotta let them have it. It's not about you anymore. You know what I mean? You've already, like, it's about you, and all of that is gone. You know what I mean? It's about that person that's affected. So if that person is coming to you and telling you that something you did affected them, receive it, apologize for it. You know what I mean? The best way you can. You know what I mean? Like, just, you know what I mean? You gotta let them have it. You gotta let them have it.
Yes, that's the best healing. I
Type of
usually help parents do that. But I want to just throw the disclaimer out there again. If you confront your parent with this information and your parent is still stuck in their own unresolved trauma when they were children, they're not going to have the best reaction.
type of deal. Hey, look, could we go back on a couple of these comments real quick, okay? One says, "How do I recognize?" Give me the mat one. Yeah, there we go. It says, "How do I recognize it, mom? I think I might have trauma. We may need to talk one on one, mom." Okay, so I'm guessing he's talking to you, mom. So he said, "How do he recognize it?" You feel me? He think he's gonna have to have a one on one talk with you, type of deal. So y'all can try to identify his trauma, is what I'm thinking.
Um, so okay, that's a pretty broad question about how do you recognize it. It comes across as it looks different, with different people. But like if you find yourself kind of throwing tantrums when you don't get your way, ready to fight. Adult tantrums look like, you know, cussing folks out, being ready to fight. People can't be open and honest with you. Um, Even your kids, if your kids strike the wrong chord, you overreact.
Well,
Um,
it's funny that you say that, mom. It's funny that you say that because me and bro was just kicking it not too long ago over here. You know what I mean? At my house, watching a little boxing match or whatever on TV. You know what I mean? Because we would just chill every now and then, watch. You know what I mean? A random fight or something. But I was just kicking it with him the other day, and I swear I was telling him like, bruh, you got to calm down sometime. I'd be like, you be
mhm,
quick to flash on people, and you be quick. You know what I mean? And it's like, bro, just you feel me? You got to think, avoid confrontation first before, you know what I mean? I swear to God, we was just talking about that. So
mhm,
that could be something that you do right there. That can probably be why you be so quick to want to explode on somebody,
mhm.
especially if you feel that you have the right to. You know what I
Right.
mean? If you can control yourself, even when you feel you have the right, you feel me? That shows improvement. That shows
Absolutely.
evolvement. That shows, you get what I'm saying? Even though you have
Mhm.
the right, even though you're in the right, sometimes it's just not cause for. Sometimes it's just not cause for. You get what I'm saying? Like, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm telling you that, you know what I mean? That can probably be what you do, bro. You get what I'm saying? So I guess you'll just have to identify what is it that bother you the most. You feel me? It's probably something that made you angry. You get what I'm saying? So now, as soon as you have the opportunity to be angry, you literally, what is that? I call it a kettle black. Whatever, sucker. I pump. You know, listen, listen. I'm gonna tell you this about me, since you wanna put me on
I'm
Front
gonna
Street.
put you on
Yeah,
blast.
yeah. Since you wanna try to put me on Front Street, I'm gonna tell you like this, okay? If I flash on somebody, I'm gonna keep it so honest with you. If I flash on somebody, I mean it. You feel me? Because I'm not out here starting nothing with nobody. I'm not doing anything to get on no. Like I'm not doing nothing to you. So if you get me to flash on you, it's obvious something you're doing to me. So if I find myself flashing on you, I'm not going to feel sorry about it. I'm not going to. Yes, I get it. You know what I mean? Like I just said to him, even though you're in the right, sometimes it's not cause for, but sometimes it is cause for. Because sometimes people think they're going to get over on you and going to constantly get over on you if you let them. I'm there to show them right then and there that I'm not letting that float. So if you
Right.
find me flashing on somebody, it's their fault. I promise it's not mine. But sometimes it's not called for though, right? Yeah, I knew you was gonna say that, and I already answered your question. Boom. There goes the dynamite. You know what I mean? Quit playing with me. Quit playing with me. I answered that before you even said it, sucker. Now, you feel me? We got
She ain't right.
most definitely, most definitely. All right, now I wanted to go back to something you said, Miss Miller. Let me see. I had to be honest with my dad. Yep, there we go. I had to be honest with my dad one time. It went well, but it was hard. Of course it was, because that's something that both of you probably wanted to avoid. Both of you, you know what I mean, would have avoided it if you could. But since it weighs so much on your conscience and so heavy on you, you the one who decided to make the first leap to make that conversation happen. Let me see. He was hurt, but he had to acknowledge my truth and thought I felt bad to get it on his case. It did make a change for the better. That's how it is. You know what I mean? I mean, I can honestly say, I can honestly say, before I had the conversation, you know what I mean, with my mom, I did not want to talk to her. I had no interest in talking to her. I did not care whether I talked to her or not. You get what I'm saying? But once we had that conversation, now, it don't change how I was affected. No. What happened it does not erase what happened. It does not erase what I was robbed of as a kid. No. But I can honestly say it made it okay or whatever, to where it wasn't such a when I go to talk to my mom. It's like whatever. You feel me? I can have a cordial conversation with, you know what I mean? It is what it is. Type of deal. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, I don't know. But to be honest, I'm still the type of person, you know what I mean, that yeah, I could talk to you for a little bit or whatever and whoop whoop whoop. But you feel me? I still need, you know what I mean? I still need breaks in between time when we talk. I don't find myself, I can honestly say, no, I do not want to talk to you every day. No, I do not. I still love you. You know what I mean? That you're my mom. You feel me? If it wasn't for you, I wouldn't be here. You get what I'm saying? But at the
Mm-hmm.
same time, I cannot forget what I had to endure and go through. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, no, 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 no. I don't. I released the I hate you feeling. You know what I mean? And now it's just the yeah, yeah, yeah. That was wrong. Whatever. That's old. You get what I'm saying? It's old news now, type of deal. But
Yeah.
yeah, let me see. Should you distance yourself from your parent if they refuse to acknowledge your feeling? I definitely think you should. I definitely think you should, because you don't need them no more. You know what I mean? You don't need your parents no more. You know what I'm saying? Like,
So
I
I'll say it like this. As an adult, in any circumstance where you feel like you need space, you should take space. If you have to distance you should do that, um, even from a parent, if you have to create space, you got to do that for yourself.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Because I'm telling you, at the end of the day, what we always advocate here is for self. You feel me? It's for self. It's what makes you feel good. I think I have trauma from growing up sometime. I feel like I don't know who I really am. Like sometimes and feel like I shouldn't like that. It's weird.
Right. Okay. So,
Hold on, wait, you said you feel like you like
without
some things you shouldn't like. Oh, you know what? You's a weirdo. You's a weirdo, fool. I know exactly what he's talking about. He got a dang
right,
old rock song or whatever. Or he's got a rock song that he likes. But it's like he's like, I feel like I shouldn't like this because it's country music. No, bro. I'm gonna tell you this again. You like what the heck
what
you
you
like.
like.
It
Yes,
don't
I agree.
matter where you're from, what you come from. Who listen? There's gonna be some things that you hear that you ain't never heard before, and it's gonna be like, oh, that's cool. Like that sounds good. It is what it is. The melody's gonna hit your ear, however it hits your ear. You know what I mean? So
Right.
no, that's
That's
not
true.
a weird thing, bro. That's not weird, bro. I promise you, that's not weird. But you're a weirdo for keep saying it. You
The
stupid.
thing of it is we like what we like. There's certain things that you would think, with my background that I shouldn't like. I probably not. Maybe it's not normal for me to like that I do like. So
Type of
yeah.
deal. Type of deal. Now you'll be all right, big dog. Whatever you like, no. It is
But
what it
yeah,
is.
if you talking about something deeper than a song, then we got to talk.
Type of deal.
You know, outside of this forum.
Okay. And Miss Miller, no. Okay. Don't put the pause on them.
You gonna
Okay.
put the
Don't,
pause
don't,
on your parent
don't put the pause on them.
if they try to fight you about your feelings. No, you just disengage. You don't want to, because you sometimes we do have to realize that even though that's the parent, it doesn't mean that they're always going to have the proper response. A lot of parents go into defense mode. They defend themselves. They come up with a million and one excuses. Well, I did the best that I
Yep.
could.
And I'm telling you,
But
I heard that so much. I did
yeah,
the best I could. I did the best I could. But here's my
and they
thing with the
probably
statement.
did. But right now, your child needs help.
No. See, I'm gonna tell you where that comment or where that statement, I did the best I can. I'm gonna tell you where that goes out the window. That goes completely out the window. You feel me? When you talking about, oh, I tried the best I can, but you were getting certain stuff for certain kids, and certain kids had to sit back and endure the bullshit. That is not doing the best you can. If you're doing the best you can, everybody is either going to get something or everybody is not. It's period point blank. It's not no get this kid this and don't get this kid that. That's not doing the best you can do. You're picking who you want to do your best for. That's what you're doing. It's not no,
That's
I
what you.
did the best. No, that's an excuse. That's an excuse. If you did more for one child more than you did for the other child, that best you could is out the window. Nobody want to hear that. You did the best you could for a specific child, not all your kids. My bad for you know what I mean. I sounded a little
I
emotional.
understand that struck a nerve
Yeah,
right there, but but I
it did.
definitely get that, and even though I was a young mother, I guess I was sensitive to that because I tried to do the same for all my kids, so much so that they were all dressed alike until they told me quit it.
Okay, I remember that. I was seeing pictures and everything, and of course, I
You
talked to
saw the pictures.
She tell me
Yeah,
all the time. She be like, "Yeah, we all was dressed the same. We all, you know what I mean." She said,
man.
you buy them three." Since they, what was good on your part though or where you lucked out, you feel me, is that they all was able to wear the same thing. You get what I'm saying? Or did you have to buy different sizes?
Different sizes. No,
Okay,
they
I
all
remember
have
from
their
the
own
team.
stuff, but it was to the point, if I get one this, I got to get all of them this. So I don't think, now, they can argue, but I don't think that
That look is
they
like they're
can
going to
say,
argue.
yeah, I don't think that they can really say, dang, my mom really did more for
Right,
another one.
right, right.
And now, correct me if I'm wrong, Miss Miller.
Look, she gonna tell you. Hey,
She-
she gonna let you know. That's why I believe in getting
But yeah, I did it so much that they all looked alike. I combed their hair the same. It was, it might have been, oh, some of us got more whooping.
Hey, look, listen. If you're older, you feel me? That's, you know what? That's something. That's well, never mind. That's
I
not the
don't
here nor
know.
there.
I'm not so sure that I agree with that. I think when it kind of like went overboard with the whoopings is probably when they were probably too old to have whoopings. And I think they all kind of, look, I'm not going to incriminate myself, so we going to move on.
Right. Look, hey, listen. That's what I was just like, you know what? That's neither here nor
Yeah.
there. You feel me?
I'm not going to incriminate myself.
I was
at
just gonna
this.
say something to it. I'm like, you know what? I can save that. That doesn't need to be said. Okay, let's go to the next question.